The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
This conference has won a national championship for the last 6 years.
The pressure is amazing. You know, every game is a dogfight.
We're about to be the toughest there is.
Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
Fast, high-paced, hard-hitting football.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
Football in the South is almost as big as church on Sundays. Football is like religion.
I mean, it's almost above religion.
You got some fan bases that are like cults.
Anywhere else in the country, it's not like that. You know, the college football is not as big of a deal as it is here, and that's why I love it.
I want a coach where football is a way of life, and they're raised that way in the South.
On Saturday, you're going to be either at your favorite team stadium or you're going to be, watching the game on TV.
I found the earliest football game to come on. I watched any game it was.
We will watch the worst teams play. That's just how much we love college football.
Your whole year was defined by the success or failure of that football team on Saturday, and that's how it was when I was growing up, and that's how it is now.
Back here, you have college football and college football, and it creates an environment like no other, an atmosphere at the stadiums like nowhere else in the nation. It's exciting football to play.
Playing in the SEC, you know that every week that you have to bring your A game.
And you can never have an off week, or else you'll find out real quick how hard it is to play.
Because from top to bottom, the talent level is as good as anywhere in the country.
At the end of the day, athletically, it's the size-speed ratio that this conference that separates it from the others.
Our kids are not only big, but they can run. Our defensive fronts in this league can flat fly.
It's the speed. Speed, consistent speed.
The speed's different because everybody's fast.
Speed is something we pride ourselves on, and every team has a speedster, or a few.
Each hit is violent.
Guys are relentless in the SEC.
They got some big, mean guys down there in the box that you don't want to let them get a hold of you.
I'm looking at guys that are around 6'6", 6'7", big, beefy guys, strong, mostly Southern.
Just know that if you don't stop the run, you're probably going to lose.
It takes a huge toll, especially when it's, week 7 to week 11. And you've already played 7 games, but you got 4 of the toughest games of the year coming up.
Everybody's, big and fast and strong, and, they're coming a lot harder. And I'm not gonna lie, the hits hurt, but it's part of what you sign up for.
You're taking on the toll of, 330-pound guys every play, and after the game, you have nothing. You just go home and sleep for the rest of the day.
On Sunday morning, you kind of just crawl out of bed, crawl to the couch, and just lay there for a little while. It's pretty rough.
After the game, you feel it. You feel the bumps and bruises. But it's great playing in this conference because you're competing against the best athletes in America.
Once you get through a season, you're prepared to play in a title game.
We make sure whoever comes out of the SEC and is going to go compete for that national championship is well groomed.
We've had a chance to play for the national championship the last 6 seasons and have won it. So by virtue of that, it's going to give another team another opportunity more than likely this season.
I don't know if anyone's ever going to knock the SEC off. We have the best talent and the best teams in the country. And then we just added 2 of the best teams in the country. So make sure you just give it your best shot.
Are you ready for the SEC? Yeah! Oh, I love that.
Everyone in the SEC says the SEC play is the best in the United States, so we're ready to be in this conference and to see what y'all are really talking about.
I feel like we deserve to be in the best conference in college football.
Well, we don't care much about being Southern or Midwestern or whatever. We can still play football. I don't think it matters what part of the country you're in.
They just don't know what they're in for.
It's a whole different game out in the SEC.
When they play football, they put on their helmet just like we do, so we'll be ready to go.
Football is football, but when you come to the SEC, it's a lot more physical.
I'd expect a war.
They're going to lose their hearing. It's so loud.
We yell and scream with the best of them. I think that'll really fit in well in the SEC.
Here goes Aggies! Hey!
I like to think the 12th man is some of the craziest fans in college football.
The competition level is way higher, and the only advice I can give you is just be ready.
We understand that we're playing a great league with great football tradition. We're excited about proving that we can compete in this league.
I came to A&M to win games, and it's not changing when I change conferences either.
Our style of play doesn't really fit into the SEC, but I feel like that's why it's going to make it a lot more interesting. It might catch a lot of teams off guard. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.